All right, are we live, Marilyn? This is the 7C's of real estate.
And for coffee, collaboration, conversation, contracts, closings, corporation, and coordination. Yay!
Yay! Welcome. I am Mandi St. I am the owner and business operator for Monarch Movement Real Estate Group, brokered by eXp Realty here in Texas, Dallas Frisco area, Collin County. And this is
I'm Verilyn Porter. I'm here in Florida, Great Old Florida, and I'm with Florida Realty and Commercial. I am an active agent in the industry and in the community, and we are a full real estate service, also adding property management. And we are just here to help and grow other agents in the area all over Florida, not just Brevard County, but all over.
And welcome. So this group collaboration here with my dearest partner, Verilyn Porter, as you all have now realized, we are not in the same space, but we are in the same industry, and we are both like-minded folks. And in this group, we are going to be focusing on getting real about running a business, getting real about working two jobs, side hustles, right? Getting real about all things real estate, and getting real about how to win in life. And most importantly, we are going to get real about how to be the change and how to be the catalyst to transformations, not only in the lives of others, but throughout our community, throughout our businesses, and throughout our daily grind lives. So, Verilyn, you want to kick us off with what is going to happen today?
Yeah, so like I said, we're the ladies of 7C's today, and we're going to have a roundtable topic. So let's kick it off.
Sounds great. So,
all right,
where should we begin?
First question for you is, how did Mandi St. get into the real estate industry, and what made you actually want to work with agents and help them to grow and help to outgrow other agents? Like, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, thanks, Marilyn. So I'll keep it short-winded instead of long-winded, that's for sure. We know I like to talk. Long that short, I've been in the industry of sales and wholesaling for the last 12 years. I've managed a portfolio of business anywhere from 30 million a year to 30 million and a half, so up to 60 million. And I have been essentially the lead representative for three premier brands in the marketplace: Puma, Columbia Sportswear, and Wolverine Worldwide. To this day, I am a wholesale representative for the Wolverine brand. And I am also the business owner and operator of Monarch Movement Real Estate Group, Monarch Movement Onboarding Concierge, and also Monarch Movement Running Coach business. And so I would say I've taken the skills that I have learned and fostered and grown from my industry experience in the corporate world, if you will, and that inspired my family and I to go into business with the other things. Not only am I a professional sales representative, if you would, as I've said, wholesale sales representative, but I am also a ultra marathoner and longtime athlete. And I am also a mom and a wife. And so we've combined our passions and our strengths into those other entities. And we are just looking at opportunities to take the skills that we have from our personal and our professional life, blend them into the community that we are right now, and essentially teach others how to do just the very same. And so how I got into the industry of real estate was really just that mindset of wanting to continue to do a wholesale platform, if you will.
Hmm. Okay.
But the opportunity to take that wholesale platform to a space or a business of our own, and an opportunity to prepare myself to manage people. A long range goal for me in the corporate world will be to manage and or lead a team, um,
Hmm.
and the wholesale sides underneath a brand. And so I feel like no better practice and or no better experience than to be doing that ourselves, with our own business.
Yeah.
So applicable, it's very applicable. What we do on the wholesale side for our brand is no different than what we do for the wholesale side for our real estate brand. And
Hmm.
we focus on partnering with agents and or individuals, because wholesaling, we'll talk at another point in time, wholesaling does
Yeah.
not require you to be licensed. Not all states require individuals to be investors and buying properties and selling them to end buyers. So with that said, the goal of Monarch Movement Real Estate Group is to take our alike experiences from the corporate world and teach and lead and coach and mentor other individuals who are looking to be investors and or to be partnering with agents and teaching them the same thing. And we're able to do that on a global scale because the brokerage in which we're supported under, EXP, is a global company in 18 countries at this point in time. And our business at this immediate moment is focused here in Texas and Florida. And we are currently then looking to expand our business in the states of Michigan and North Carolina. So if you know
Hmm.
anyone who's interested in wholesaling and owning their own business, Vera Lynn, they can give me a call. So hopefully that
Absolutely.
answers your question, and then I would turn
Yeah.
the very same thing over to you. Tell us about you and who you are, how you got into the industry, and maybe share with us what your impact is helping to be in the community and or with alike agents.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, like I said, I'm Marilyn Porter with the Florida Realty and Commercial. We are a small brokerage. However, we do big things. We're a growing business. And I love to say that uh, we do the same, a little bit of the same, but we work with investors, we work with single family, families, and we work with commercial, commercial investors, or just commercial. If you're looking for commercial property or anything like that, we work with that, as well as property management. We have some buyers here, those snowbirds that come into town, they purchase a property and they want to rent it out. We definitely have the ability to handle that. So it's amazing um, uh, brokerage that I work with. And on top of that, just with my background as well, just, like we said, you already said a lot of one of the couple of 7C's, the collaboration and the corporation. I also have another job where I'm able to help others with, understanding the mortgage process. And then on top of that, I get to come here on the real estate side and I get to expand and grow my business as well. So growing my business is just not just here off the Space Coast side, but all over Florida. And we're trying to help grow that. And so meeting other agents from just not Florida, but everywhere is also our goal too, because again, we may be focused here in Florida, but I always look for agents in case somebody is moving to Texas, like I
Mm-hmm.
can reach out to you. So no, we're not. We're just happy to be growing the way we want, and just building. And this is what we're all about. I have just the opportunity to be able to do a little bit of both right now, but just so that I can get to that place where I can okay, I can do real estate full time, and it's great, and I'm enjoying this ride. Uh, But yeah, no, I'm coming from a background as well, 10 years in IT. And then I transitioned. I did a career change and did a transition over to early childhood development for about 10 years so I could stay home with my kids. And I did not, I will say this, I was not a daycare. I was a babysitter. I was definitely a teacher. And I enjoyed that work because it helped me grow my business because people really wanted to work with me and wanted to bring their kids to me. So just following through with that, I ended up moving over to a private sector of private school, and then migrated over to here where I was able to get into the banking industry. Learned a lot about the banking industry, learned a lot about just mortgage itself, and real estate just became that little open door for me. And now that I'm here, I'm starting real estate, and I'm excited. I've been doing it for the last what is probably going on a year, 2.5, and I've been enjoying the ride. So this is why I'm doing it. I love connecting families and communities together, and this is my goal. It's my passion, and I'm enjoying it. And this is why we're talking now, to help others to figure that out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, and I think it's super important. You touched on quite a few of the things that we've talked about already, which is our goal of
Mm-hmm.
helping people to understand that they don't have to just do one thing, right, in life. We're certainly not engineered. Not all of us, that is, are engineered to be doing only one thing. Our purpose, if we want to be greater served and spread our gifts, we can't just be
Mm-hmm.
confined into one little space. And so I like how you talked about your IT experience and the opportunities you had for collaboration there and the opportunity to be managing more than one thing. You were managing your day to day and the role that you had in IT. You were helping to lead a team of other people. And then you took that expansion when you owned your first business in childcare,
Mm-hmm.
and you were not only then a mama, right, taking care of your own roost, but you were
Yep.
also helping to care for others and their families, managing the employees that assisted you, managing yourself, managing your business. And
Yes.
I think it's extremely important that we focus on that and we point that out, because I know there's this big kind of like negative or stigma that, like, oh, if you're not only doing one thing, you're not going to be able to grow that entity. And I don't think that's true. I think that's challenging for some people, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that it's challenging for everyone. And so
Yes.
I think everyone has the right to be doing multiple things. Very successful people in this world, let's be honest. I'm going to call it
Mm-hmm.
out, right? Scottie Pippen. All right, Scottie Pippen right now, is he only doing just anything related to basketball? And or did he only ever do anything related to basketball only? No. I mean, there are many professionals like himself that have gone on to the love of basketball. He's making popcorn. He's got his own bourbon. I mean, he's
Yes.
I mean, he's a dad, he's a husband, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like, so to say, "Oh no, Scottie Pippen, you should only just do anything related to basketball. Like, that's your job. That's your forever
Mm-hmm.
plan." Like, that's crazy to me. So
Yeah.
I know we're going to uncover and we're going to talk a lot about that, but I just
Mm-hmm.
love that right out the gate you share about that and your ability to manage that. And you have that personality and you have that drive to be able to do that independently yourself. But the people that are out there that can't, um,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk about, how do you have a team? How do you create that community? How do you create that collaboration? How do you create that village, if you will, that support team to be able to do basketball, have popcorn, make bourbon business, be a husband, be a father, all those things, right?
Yes.
That's what you are. Your mortgage business by day and real estate business by night and banking and mom and and wife, right? And the same thing
Yes.
here. And we're not going to give any of those things up, right?
Mm-mm.
Because
Mm-mm.
additionally, no one else is giving any of those things up. And as long as we have the support and the backbone to be able to invest 100% on each side consistently, there's no reason to. Warren Buffett says if
Yes.
you're not making money while you sleep,
Yep.
then you're not what. So we essentially have done that for ourselves. We have our day jobs for ourselves, our focus for our mainstream revenue, and then we are building our empire to be running and operating while we sleep. So
Yes.
that's what we'll be talking about in this group, and hopefully
Mm-hmm.
being the catalyst to change and transformation um, for anyone else who's looking to have multiple streams of revenue, multiple goals,
Absolutely.
and their own entrepreneurial spirit to changing the lives of others. So
Yes.
thank you for sharing that.
Oh, no, no, absolutely. It's been like I said, it's been an experience because, people, there's a lot of people that have questions like, how do you become an agent? And like, what do you do? And though, you have so much information out there that it becomes overwhelming.
Yeah.
But, when you connect, and I actually posted something earlier this week, saying it's so important. It's like one of the biggest important things in a business and starting your business is connecting, because even though it's your baby and you're nurturing it, you still can't do it on your own.
No.
Again, this comes back to our 7C's again: collaboration and coordination, and just conversation, and having that conversation with others that are going through and experiencing the same things that you're experiencing. Because at the end of the day, just like we're trying to grow communities and families, we have to, it takes a village, right? So, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to grow together, and hopefully we can grow others and share that same, have them, show them that you can be successful.
Yeah.
If you don't have to always live in this one little box.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to grow that box bigger and bigger. And it just depends on how much effort and time you're really willing to do. And we want to talk about that. Those are the conversations that we're here to talk about. So I'm excited to work with you and
Same.
go through this movement with you as Monarch Movement and Florida Realty and Commercial. And, it doesn't matter who you're with, what brokerage you're with. It's a matter of community. It's
Yeah.
a matter of building a village and helping you grow and you helping others to grow. So hopefully we'll be able to pay it forward, and someone else can pay it forward other ways,
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, I want to bring down those walls and those barriers, right? Of like, hey, I can't talk to you because if you know my secret, then that means that like you're gonna
Yes.
take my base away. It's like, okay, well, I will just let you know that there are multiple brands that make work boots, right? And there are multiple brands that make outdoor products, and there are multiple people that make radios and telephones. No picking on you, Miss Verlin, for being an Android friend, but you know what I mean? Like there's a product out there for everybody, right? There's a product, there's a service, there's a brand, there's a connection that everyone is gonna make, right?
Yes.
And oftentimes it's based upon emotion, it's based upon that tie, right? As they say in
Who
sales,
you
just
like.
yeah, I was gonna say, as they say in sales, just in general, who you know, like, and trust, right?
There you go.
So so it's like the key to owning a business and the key to being successful are just those things. And you can't have that if you're not willing to expand your circle. And you
Yeah.
have to know when you're not the right person. Like honestly, any brand that you take a look at, Nike, what do we say? Nike, we talked time in the past before about like foods and, Whole Foods versus Kroger and Sprouts and all those things, right? Or my
Mm-hmm.
favorite, which we never go there, but, McDonald's versus Whataburger and Burger King and Chick-fil-A, like all those things, right? If you look at them, they're all the
Mm-hmm.
same thing, right? They all have a product and they all have an end goal in mind, and that is the consumer, correct?
Yes. That's
And
right.
they all can thrive and they can all be here for durations because they've done a great job of branding and marketing and connecting. They're all master connectors and they are all master emotional ties, right? And then there's
Mhm.
going to be some people that are like, you know what, I'm just going to go to McDonald's because I just only have a buck, right? And I don't want to
Yep.
spend the $6 on a chicken sandwich or whatever it may
Mhm.
be, right?
Yep.
It has the opportunity to meet somebody wherever they need to be met. And I think
Mhm.
it's really a disservice when we get in a culture in our industry specifically when we're just so set and closed minded that, like, man, if I don't teach Vera Lynn how I did this, then I can keep all the customers for me, or I can
Yeah.
keep all the business for me. I can be the Titusville expert, and it's like,
Right.
okay, Titusville, how many people live in Titusville, Marilyn?
Oh boy, I think it's a little. Think I want to say about a little over 3,000, maybe.
So, like,
It's
really,
a small community, but it's such a
but do the math.
yeah, like
Three
3,000,
thousand, three
maybe a
thousand.
little over.
Yes. So 3,040 hours a week, right? Because that's the average work week. Three thousand
Mm-hmm.
forty hours a week divided by one person. I mean, is that even realistic? Like,
Yeah, no.
it's not realistic, and shame on anybody who thinks that, because you're not doing, which we all claim we've gotten into our industries, or we're in sales because we want to better service any client or any customer, the end
Mhm.
user, right? All
Right.
those brands I talked about before, Nike, McDonald's, all of that, their whole main goal is to better serve someone, right? Well, you're
Yes.
not better servicing anyone if you think you're the only one to be able to do it. You're doing a
Absolutely.
disservice to those people because you're not meeting
Yes.
that person's economic space, right? Like we talked
Mm-hmm.
about, the value meal. You're not meeting
Yep.
somebody's preference as far as food goes. You're not meeting someone's preference as far as use. I would rather play basketball than get outside and run. And you're not meeting someone's preference of what they need and where they are, right? So it's crazy time. So we're gonna break that barrier down, and we're gonna talk more about how, collaboration is huge, how there's enough for everyone.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
let's move on, from that, and how working together and the strength of a community can only help one grow and flourish anyways. So I'm
Absolutely.
excited for this. I'm excited for this opportunity to be partnering with you, Vera Lynn. So thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too because, like I said, this is our one day that we start our intro. This is our intro video and discussion, and we're gonna be on what is it, the first
Second,
Saturday,
second.
the second Saturday, and the
Yep,
fourth Saturday of the month,
yep,
right?
yep,
So going forward, this is going to be a growth. This is, I can't wait to see, who's going to be involved. We're not going to be the only ones talking. We're going to bring in guests, new agents. We're going to bring in, just kind of get their experience, even like first time home buyers, people that
yep,
have actually been in the buying business that are going through that process and, getting them to express, their thoughts and their, experience. We're going to be bringing in inspectors and people on the mortgage side. We're going to bring all of that because, again, it's not just us in real estate. We build and grow because of these people that we bring on as guests. That's the collaboration part. We have to think about that. And that's something that we are really going to focus on. So, like you said, the 7C's: coffee, collaboration, conversation, contracts, because everything that we do deals with the contract,
yep,
closing, corporation, meaning that if you have a business and then you also doing something else, we're going to be, we're going to see how you can, how we actually balance that out. And then see if it works for you. And if it doesn't, then we can figure out a plan. And there's always a plan of action that we need to do, and we have to coordinate it. So 7C's again, we're going to be talking about that every
yep.
day of the week, monthly, going forward, and I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
me
excited to be
too.
doing it.
Me too. And so we definitely have a group that's live, right, on Facebook, the 7C's of Real Estate. So anyone is welcome to join that group. As you mentioned, we'll be dropping such topics that are related to industry, but we're going to be real about all sorts of things. Mamas, daddies, or just single individuals. Like, how do we juggle all these things? Like, let's talk about it, right?
Mhm.
We're going to be talking about a variety of different things, and it doesn't have to just be about the real estate industry, because what we need to understand is what we're doing here is a service. It's about branding, it's about marketing, it's about
Yes.
changing, it's being influencers in our community, and that's applicable no matter what job you're in, right? Whether you're sitting in at a desk and you're working IT, or you're on another spectrum of sales, or your community service, teacher, educator, law enforcement, whatever it may be, right? Maybe you're a gamer, a blogger, or just a social media guru expert, right?
Yes.
We all rely on the same things to move forward our business and or to empower the likes of other communities. So I'm super excited, and so engagement definitely in our Facebook group, the 7C's of Real Estate. We'll also be sharing our lives on the Facebook group, as well as on Instagram and
Hmm.
also YouTube, so people can check us out there. And I know we have a long range plan to tap into the world of podcasts, so we'll get there,
Yes.
right? One
Yes.
one thing at a time, organizing and structuring and staying consistent. Those are the keys to success of owning and managing your own business and leading others. So,
Yes.
Verilyn, I would ask you today, because besides a little bit about what we've shared about ourselves, and also how we've kind of gotten into the industry, I think it might be just good to have one more topic for ourselves today. And you had a really good conversation the last time we spoke, and it was just essentially about like what's your mission, and what's your purpose, and what's your goal. So we've identified a little bit about that, like what's our goal for the group, but I would like to just hear from you just in general, like, what's your mission, what's your purpose, what's your goal, and why be keeping essentially a day job and real estate and managing, both of those businesses.
Yeah, no. Thanks for asking for that. Yeah. So with, I kind of think back of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And, again, it comes back to families, just branding. And when I think about branding, I think about families, I think about small businesses, I think about communities, and I think about a village.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to help be a part of. It just gives me that warm and fuzzy on the inside, because it's not like, I'm walking outside and I'm just doing me. I'm going outside and I'm looking to see that I help build this community. I put a family here.
Yep.
So it means a lot to me. And that's how I feel like I'm um, serving the community, because at the same time, I live in this community.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter whether it's a Space Coast side of Florida, or if it's Central Florida, or up, Northern Florida or South Florida. When I go to these different communities, I like to know where I'm going.
Yep.
And when I put a family into that house, that first time buyer, they don't know anything about the area, that they go down the street and they can see that there's a small business, a sanctuary, someone who's raising horses and different animals, and they have a petting ground, and they're bringing their kids to that facility to see that, hey, the sanctuary is here.
Yep.
And then go down the street the other side, and it's like, oh, look at the local pizza gallery that the mom and pop shop that everybody goes to in this area. You're helping to build that business, and you're helping to build that community and that family, and they're connecting.
Yep.
And that's why I think connecting is so important. And it means a lot to me. And it's one of my visions, and that's one of my missions, is to build small villages and just help each other grow. Because
Yep.
at the end of the day, we can't do it on our own. Like you said, it's not something we can do by ourselves. We have to have the help, and it's no secret.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no secret. The only secret that it, that's going to be there is your own, that you don't want to share.
Yep.
So, there's plenty to go around, and there's plenty of families that just don't know, and plenty of businesses that, you just don't know about. And we want to share that. We want to build that.
Yeah, that whole
That's important.
idea of connectedness, right? And being able to see kind of the fruits of your labor come to fruition, is huge. And I think that's very well said, and important, because it's not just about the job, right? Or it's not just about the task or the transaction. It truly is about being able to say that you've had a stamp in making what's come, right? You
Yeah.
essentially own that, right? That was you. Your hands were part of that at doing, right? Some of us are really
Hmm.
good at trades work, and we're really good at utilizing our hands and building and making things, and others of us are great connectors, master connectors, and being able to build relationships and help other people. And some of us are just really good at the service that we provide, whatever that may be. And that's how we get where we need to be and can say that we had our hand in that. So, yeah, I love
Yeah.
hearing that. Love hearing that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. What about yours? Mission, vision, and goal, really quick,
yeah,
before we get off. I
yeah.
mean, you got to explain yourself too. What's your mission, vision, and goal for 2022?
Mission, vision, and goals, is truly just as we stand for at Monarch Movement, is transformation of lives. Um, and each one of our entities, the real estate component, essentially, we believe that we're transforming the lives of others through real estate, whatever that is. Being able to give somebody an opportunity to owning a home, being able to transform someone's life with an opportunity to own their own business, to be their own boss, maybe an opportunity for someone to have a career, period. They've worked hard, and or maybe they don't want the expenses that come with a formal education, and they were able to be successful at getting licensed as a real estate professional. So our goal is to help them, transform them to have an opportunity to have a career path, have the opportunity to have a business. Um,
Yes.
we believe that wholeheartedly in a variety of different ways, and each one of our entities talks about that. We talk about that at the onboarding concierge. Like, how do we help
Yes.
transform that business? Well, the purpose of that business is to allow our oncoming agents, and our oncoming partners to keep doing what they do best and fall into the fold of a new brokerage or a new business, right? Whether
Mhm.
it's a new agent or a seasoned agent. And as I talked about, Monarch Movement, our running coach business. I mean, it's the same thing. How do we transform people? How do we get people healthy? How do we get people moving, right? Just like the monarch actually truly is a symbolism of transformation, right? It does not stay a caterpillar forever. The goal is for it to spin its cocoon and transform into a beautiful butterfly, and that's what we hope in all facets of our life, whether it's our corporate world and what we're doing on behalf of our corporate brands, and or if
Mhm.
it's here and these other three entities. Our goal is to transform the lives of the people that are around us, and
Mhm.
help them to be a part of our movement of bettering themselves and shining and showing their gifts. So
Absolutely.
our goal,
Um,
I would say, that's us in a nutshell, and our goal is just to keep expanding on that mission. Like I said earlier, we're here in Texas, we're live in Florida, we're looking to expand in Michigan and North Carolina. We're not opposed to being in other places, but essentially those are the areas that are kind of dear to our heart and close to our home, and we can speak to naturally. So our goals are that, and ultimately, Marilyn, we want to own a campground.
yeah. No, no,
that's
absolutely.
that's what we want. We want a campground, that people can come to for a variety of different reasons. Just
Yes.
a community and a village. We want people the opportunity to get outside, and explore the great outdoors because those are our passions. And so we are just hoping that doing our due diligence of all of these streams of revenue, we'll get there. That's not this year, though. Just an FYI, that's not this year. We know we won't. We know we won't have that this year.
We're working towards it. We're
We're
working
working
towards
towards
it
it,
this year.
and
That's it. That's where we're.
yeah,
It's creating that platform
that's
to
right.
get there.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
know that we will get there by community and collaboration and working more
Yes.
closely with others and teaching them, giving back. We want to teach other people what we do and how we've been able to be fortunate with
Hmm.
multiple streams of revenue and give them the opportunity to have that too. I was on the phone with somebody the other day and they were sharing like well into their, gosh, they should almost be near retirement and sharing that, their savings was nil to none. And I thought, oh my gosh, like how does that happen? How does that happen for
Yeah.
someone? And we just we don't want that. We want to teach people how to do what they need to do so that they can financially, no matter where they are in their life, have an opportunity for themselves and change and be better.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're sharing that information
Yep.
because it is important and multiple, like you just said, and we're gonna definitely talk about that more.
Yep.
Just how important it is. You don't have to just do one thing. You can
Yep.
collaborate and do other, like you said, multiple streams of income because it's important nowadays, and the way that COVID has changed the way things are now and how we look at life.
Yeah.
It just we really we get to have those discussions, and we are going to have those discussions about how important it is to not just think in that one little box.
Yeah.
We have this one little box here that everything is supposed to be in, and we have to have that 9 to 5 job, and we have to do this and we have to do that. It's not like that anymore. You
Yeah.
can do more than one thing and
Yeah.
still grow and succeed.
Yeah.
And it's depending on the village that you create.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to create that village so that everybody has that information.
Yeah. And
And,
everybody has,
see if it's for you.
yeah, and everybody has a side hustle. It doesn't matter, what you say, whether, and call them out. Y'all have your job, right? And then maybe you're a coach of the little league.
Yep.
Maybe you sell Avon, maybe you sell Pampered Chef. I mean, like all
Yep.
those things, right? It doesn't matter. You love your job and you're dependent upon your corporate job, right? That's what we talk about when we're talking about corporations. We're using that word in a variety of different ways in our group. Like we
Mhm.
recognize we work for the corporate world, and that's okay. We love
Yep.
that. We don't want to leave. We
Yep.
don't want to leave that. But we also know that in order to be a greater impact on our community, we have to do those other things. Not have, we want to do those other things so that way we can feel fulfilled and feel purposeful. I feel
And,
purposeful every day at my corporate job. I feel purposeful. I feel like I'm giving back. I see that I'm growing a business entity. I see the collaboration that I have with my peers and my cross-functional partners. But
mhm.
it's only within that bubble, right? And
Yeah.
so I know that my purpose is greater served, and I have a much bigger mission or plan for me on this earth than just that space. And so
Mhm.
instead of getting involved in Pampered Chef, or like I say, nothing wrong with Pampered Chef. I'm just pick
Nope.
that one, right? Or saying
Yep.
that I'm just gonna go work at Starbucks on the weekend, right? We all have a something else that we do. Little League, like I said, the purpose is that you have an opportunity to be more impactful in yet another sphere, right? Another sphere
Mhm.
of space, and at the same time you're being compensated for your gifts and your talents, right?
Yes.
um,
Absolutely.
and so I think it's going to be really important as we dive into the group that we're very clear on all of that, and that people feel more comfortable with that, and they don't have to feel
Mhm.
like in order to be a business owner you have to give up other things. Because like I
Mhm.
said earlier, look at There are multiple business owners that do a variety of different things. And
Yes.
anyone who owns a home is a business owner. Because
Yep.
at the end of the day, you are building equity for your space. And when you are ready to make a shift and sell that home, you are selling your commodity, you are selling your product, and you are gaining profit. Anyone who
Hmm.
runs a garage sale, they're a business owner. So, what's the taboo? What's the
There's
taboo, girl?
exactly, there shouldn't be. Exactly. And that's what we're going to talk about because we're not limited. We're not limited. Only we limit ourselves.
That's
We're
right.
not limited. So,
That's right.
and we just have to figure out how to, and we're not going to just figure it out. We're going to, we're doing.
Yeah.
And this is why we're here. This is why we're here because we are doing. And, I want to share that because I want to see somebody be just as successful as I am and as you are so that they can grow and they can see that, it's not one-sided.
Yeah.
They're going to grow. And, when they come here to meet with us and talk with us and share with us, they're sharing not only their experience, but they're sharing their testimony, and I can't wait to see it. So,
Absolutely.
hey, I'm excited for this ride. I
Me
really
too.
am.
Yay! 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 And I'm so glad that we got this first one kicked off and launched. We had a few bumps in the road, a few blooper reels, but those might come out at some point in time. But who knows? Magicians
Yes.
never share their secrets, right?
Secrets we don't want to share.
That's right. What happens in the 7C's stays in the 7C's. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
So,
amazing. It's amazing.
anyways, well, I'm super excited for this, and I really appreciate your collaboration and your connectedness, and I'm super grateful for you being a part of my community and being part of my business and being a part of my life. So I thank you for that. And
Oh, you're welcome. I thank you too.
yeah,
You're appreciated and I love you.
same here,
It's like
girl.
a whole family.
Yes,
Even though
that's
I never
right.
got to see you personally, we always talk all the time.
Listen, we're making a vacation. I think, hopefully, right? Like the pandemic has changed that. Like, let's be honest, we don't see each other. A, we live afar, and B, like, how's that going to happen? But we will be in Orlando here this late spring into summer, and so definitely we'll be having coffee with you, girl, face to face. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, so I
Until then,
yeah, that's
we have to do
right.
it
Coffee,
virtually.
coffee. So I am looking forward to this, and we just want to encourage others and remind others that we definitely are open. It doesn't matter what industry you're in because we all know that collaboration and community and cooperation with one another is the key to growth. So please share, invite others, whether you're in finance, you're in mortgage, you're also in real estate, you're in sales for, I don't know, like we said, Mary Kay, it doesn't matter. You're in sales for Crest toothpaste or you work for Scottie
Mhm.
Pippen. We don't care.
Nope.
We
We
don't
don't
care.
care what lifestyle it is. We just want hey, come and talk to us because guess what? If you don't ask, then you won't know.
Right.
So it's
That's right.
always good to just come in. So even if you're just graduating high school and you have no idea where you want to go, whether you want to even have the college lifestyle, but you're trying to you're trying to make something happen, come talk to us or you're thinking about it. Just come talk to us. We're here. We're here to help out. We're
Exactly.
here to help you
Exactly.
grow.
Exactly. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity, more connectedness that we have in our Facebook group,
Mhm.
the greater opportunity we have. Like you said earlier, this will not just be our platform for conversation. We are
Mhm.
definitely motivated and looking for others to join us to share their story, as you said, their testimony, and to educate. We'll have other professionals here connecting with us. Talking about things from title to opening your business and establishing one, you name it. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that we will serve our community here, our community of followers, well by being able to give them an opportunity to learn and an opportunity to have a platform to share and collaborate as well. So
Yes.
don't forget, right? Second and fourth Saturday, we will be live in our Facebook group. in the mornings at 10 a.m. And we will then be launching these videos on our YouTube channels. Don't forget to follow us though on Instagram, Veralyn Porter for the buyers, or Veralyn for the buyers, and
Yep.
Mandi St. Onge and Mandi St. Onge Realtor on a YouTube channel, 7C's of Real Estate for Facebook. And unless you've got anything else, Miss Veralyn, I think
That's it for. We're working on my Facebook. We got Facebook already set up. You can find me anywhere on Facebook, Veralyn Porter. You know where I am. As far as Instagram, you got it already for Veralyn for the buyers. Even though it says for the buyers, I am for everyone, but for the buyers right now. And I'm working on my YouTube videos. I'll be but at the same time right now we're going to collaborate little by little. 7C's is our baby right now, and that's what we're going to build on. But
Yep.
you can always find me. Yep.
All
Exactly. All
right.
right. Florida Realty and Commercial. Don't forget about me.
That's right. Yeah, I was gonna say, and don't forget to chime into the group. We'll be giving tips and tricks, industry uses, and or some of the technologies and functions that we use, as well as other agents use to be successful with their business too. So be sure to always drop into the group just to see what's happening. So I look forward to seeing you, Miss V, on the 4th Saturday
Yes.
of this month, and
Yes. 26.
that's right. That's right. We'll see you then, and that's all for this time.
All right. You guys have a beautiful, happy Saturday.
Yay! Bye.